In the summer of 2013, I drove cross-country from Portland, Oregon to New Orleans, Louisiana. My driving companions were Eric, my ex-high school sweetheart who went to Tulane, and Nancy, my college friend from Alabama. We set out together for a city that was completely foreign to me. Although our trip only took about 4 days total and 3 nights, we did make some scenic stops, like the Grand Canyon during a rainstorm. In order to drive Eric's Subaru, Nancy and I both had to learn stick shift, which I have not used since. We spent one night in Albuquerque and decided to drive through the next, arriving in New Orleans at 3 a.m. We helped move Eric into his new house in the Carrollton neighborhood, which coincidentally is where I settled. That's my neighborhood coffee shop, Rue de la Course, which I still go to often. Nancy and I had an amazing time exploring the city, and fell in love with it despite being there during the hottest and stormiest month of the year. Coming to New Orleans from the Northwest was a shock for me, not just because of the weather, but because of the stark difference in culture. I had already studied French for 6 years at that point, but I had never in my life seen a U.S. city that had street signs in different languages, although it was in Spanish and not French. At the very end of my trip, I did a quick search of the Tulane website and noticed that they had reinstated their French PhD program. Still, my desire to move back to the city was on hold for the next few years as I finished my college degree in Seattle, and during that time it remained nothing but a pipe dream. Eventually, though, I did apply, and I was astonished when I got in. So, last summer I did another road trip to New Orleans, with my mom and my stepdad. This one had much less scenic views, but a very specific goal in mind: to move me and all of my belongings to New Orleans, where I will be spending the next 5 years studying French.